world suffer from disorders such as hemophilia A and primary immunodeficiency. These disorders are usually life-threatening and cause several physical impairments such as brittle bones, extreme weight loss, and frequent infections. The best solutions for these disorders all contain the same component, plasma. Plasma is a component of red blood cells that consist of water, lipids, glucose, and protein and clotting factors. According to the American Red Cross, their biggest need for plasma is in the developing of antibodies to maintain a healthy immune system. People with immune deficient disorders are unable to provide a sufficient amount of antibodies to maintain their immune system and rely on hemoglobin treatments to maintain their condition. Another use for plasma is found in plasma donors saves lives. Their biggest need for plasma goes into the life-saving medications and vaccinations, such as the rabies and tetanus vaccines. This shows that plasma is not only needed in unique disorders such as hemophilia, but also needed in common vaccinations that treat thousands of people every day. Today, I will explain the vast need for plasma donors, the requirements to donate, and the donation process. Medical recognition of immune deficient disorders is only around 50 years old. So it is hard to create an awareness and build a credibility for the need of solutions such as plasma donors. The need for plasma donations is never ending and life-changing. According to a study conducted by Dr. Mary Kraft, around 22 million liters of plasma is used every year, and 1 million people receive treatments each year. According to the Immune Deficient Foundation, 400 babies are diagnosed with hemophilia A every year in the US alone, and 400,000 people suffer with primary immunodeficiency. These are only two very common diseases in the immune deficiency disorder category. Plasma donations are similar to donating blood, except the process is longer. In order to keep up with the demands of donation, if you are 18 years or old, weigh over 110 pounds, and in good health, you are eligible to donate plasma. For the first appointment, each donor has to undergo a medical assessment and a medical questionnaire. The medical assessment is a physical to assess whether or not you are healthy enough to donate. And the medical questionnaire consists of questions such as if you have traveled to any foreign countries, any new tattoos or piercings you have received, any illnesses you have had, and any medications you are taking. It is important that the donors are honest in their medical questionnaire to ensure the safety of the donors and patients. For example, if a donor lies about receiving a tattoo and then gets a serious infection from the needle or ink used, they put the already at-risk donor at greater chance for infection. The initial assessment is to ensure that the donor is healthy enough to donate. So the first appointment is usually around 2 hours. After that, every donation takes about an hour and only consists of an eligibility screening. The eligibility screening test determines the donor's weight, blood pressure, temperature, and then they undergo a finger prick to assess their blood for iron and protein levels. This is to ensure that the donor will be able to maintain a healthy immune system. After passing the eligibility test, the donor is ready to begin the process of donating their plasma. The donors will sit in reclining chairs next to machines where a trained phlebotomist will hook them up by sterilizing their arm and placing a needle in their veins. The machine will then begin extracting their blood and separating the plasma from it. Depending on your weight, you'll donate between 600 and 900 milliliters of plasma per donation. At every 100 milliliters donated, the machine will stop and redistribute your plasmaless blood back into your body. This is not harmful. At the end of the donation, every donor receives 500 milliliters of saline to replenish their system and avoid dehydration. Plasma can be donated twice in a 7-day period. The American Red Cross discovered that 10,000 milliliters of plasma is needed every day. As a result of plasma donations, people with immune deficient disorders who are at risk of losing their lives have a chance at living a long and normal life. Patients Mitchell and Celine both suffer from immune deficient disorders that have impacted their life from an early age. At the age of 6 months, Mitchell was diagnosed with hemophilia A genetic bleeding disorder that prevents the blood from clotting. He was unable to have a normal childhood from being prohibited from any physical activity to prevent internal bleeding. To manage his condition, Mitchell, now 18, gives himself 3 plasma-based infusions per week. Celine was diagnosed with primary immunodeficiency at the age of 12. She also didn't have a normal childhood due to weekly 6-hour plasma-based infusions. She is now able to manage her condition by giving herself plasma infusions as needed to maintain her immune system. Mitchell and Celine are real people with life-threatening disorders that are now managed due to plasma donations. Plasma is a part of a wide variety of treatments. Plasma treatments are for disorders such as hemophilia A and primary immunodeficiency, but they're also used in common vaccinations that treat thousands of people today. The requirements to donate, the process of donation, and the need for plasma donors are huge. Today, many Calvin College students donate at a center called BioLife Plasma. On East Bear Street, just 10 minutes away. Due to the time commitment of donation, the center will compensate donors $20 for the first appointment and $50 for the second appointment. The need for plasma donation is huge. I encourage you to save the lives of people like Mitchell and Celine and make a few extra bucks by donating plasma today.